Hey everyone! In this week's video, I'm going to be continuing my Stardew Valley series. If you haven't watched the first episode yet, you should go watch that one first. Check out my channel. Also, I'm gonna be doing an art segment with every episode, so stay tuned for that later on. Let's begin. I'm starting the day by watering the crops. Now, I'm gonna do a bit of fishing. As a bit of a side note, my first episode had coverage recorded as I was playing, and I wasn't saying a whole lot. I've switched to voiceover mode for more engaging content. I just felt this was important to mention. Now I'm on my way to Clint's to crack open a few geodes. I need to make museum progress somehow. I'm also talking to some people I haven't met yet. I need to build up those bonds. I decided to go ahead and buy some more seeds to plant. I'd like to build up my farm. Planting time. I also decided to clear a path to Grandpa's shrine. This will become a lot more important later. I'm almost done clearing up the farm debris. I want everything to be as accessible as possible. And now that it's morning, Marnie's giving me a cat. I think I'll name it Cheesecake. Robin's just letting me know about her services. And Jojo's telling me that they've opened up the mines. Yay! Also, it's time for my first harvest. I decided to go around and forage for various items, mostly shells. I'm also gonna go ahead and fulfill Caroline's request for a leek. Now I'm clearing up the farm a bit more. And I'll also hand this leek to Linus. He gets excited about it even though it was sitting right in front of him. I don't exactly understand. Now it's time to poke around the mines. I plan to enter fully tomorrow, and I'm gonna need a sword. Finally, a bit more fishing before bed. It's a great way to make money. Three skills leveled up. Yay! Now it's time to enter the mines. But first, art. Today, I'm attempting to draw a slime and a few rocks, as well as one of those flying beetles. I don't think I did too well on that last one, but let me know what you think in the comments. final product. Finally, it's time to enter the mines. Floor 1 is relatively straightforward. I'm just clearing up some rocks. Floor 2 has some copper, an earth crystal, and a few slimes. Floor 3 has a few more slimes and an already revealed ladder. The fourth floor is the largest so far, with quite a few slimes and a barrel containing soil mix that retains water. Floor 5 has the first elevator, and that marks the end of the first day in the mines. Backpack upgrade. Also fetching a leak for Gus's request. Now it's day 7, and Clint is stalking me. It's fine, though. He seems to be giving me a furnace recipe. The mail today is rather boring. Just some notes from Whitley and Marlon. Time to return to the mines. Floor 5 has some slimes, a few geodes, and a beetle. Floor 6 has copper, quartz, and a few monsters. The 7th floor has an instant ladder, and on the 8th floor I found some cave carrots, a lot of slimes, and a piece of quartz. On the 9th floor, there is more quartz, and now it's pretty obvious that every floor has slimes, so I'll stop saying that. There's also some copper, and an instant ladder that I didn't notice at the beginning. Finally, the 10th floor. Here, I found a chest containing some leather boots. Yay! Floor 11 is really dark with a lot of foliage. There's also a lot of monsters here. The 12th floor had minimal monsters and a bit of copper. Then the room got green. It's been a while since my first playthrough, so I forgot what this means. It didn't take long to realize that I was in for an all-out bug attack. This reduced my health significantly. The 13th floor had a lot of monsters, and I was forced to eat a cave carrot. It was also getting pretty late, and my stats were low, so I made the decision to leave the mines. One of the monsters had dropped a cherry bomb, so I decided to unlock the dwarf. He doesn't do much yet, and I don't speak any dwarvish, so he isn't helpful yet. Now I'm entering the Adventurers Guild and swapping my rusty sword for a femur. Don't ask me, I didn't make the game. To end the day, I crafted a furnace. And set it down, and put in the copper. Yay, a combat level up. The new day begins with swapping out the copper, harvesting parsnips, and watering crops. I'm also taking more geodes to Clint and donating the minerals inside to the museum. I got some cauliflower seeds. Yes, I'm entering the mines again. My goal is to get to floor 20. Floor 11 is a lot easier for this time for some reason, as well as floors 12 and 13. Also, I picked out a glow ring at some point in the episode. It dropped from one of the monsters. I'm not sure when. Floor 14 had a rock crab early on that yielded a ladder upon death. Floor 16 gave me an entire crab's body upon its death and an especially large vein of copper. On floor 17, the only thing notable was eating some cave carrots to regain energy. The 18th floor had some bugs, but thankfully not in a relentless swarm this time. One of them dropped a ladder relatively quickly. Floor 19 was a swirl with some obnoxious roadblocks, and I was also running low on energy. Finally, floor 20 yielded a new sword and an underground lake, which will become very useful later. I gave the dwarf a cave carrot and headed home. How'd I survive behind that wall of rock anyway? The day finished off with a level up in mining. Alright, that's all for today. Be sure to subscribe if you're enjoying my content, and share this video with any friends who might also enjoy it. Please leave any suggestions in the comments, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!